5/28/2022. I'm trying to Google to show you what kind of ingredients they use and which the witches use in their recipes. I don't know. It's not showing a list of actual things that they use, but I know they use bread and candy, homemade candy, and chocolate. So, okay, so we got peppermint, onions, rosemary. Let's see. I don't know why I can't see this the right way. Oh, come on. I can't. It's just showing me Pinterest. It's not working. Oh, my broom. I'll just shove your broom up your ass. I'm tired of the asses. Why can't I just have the fucking list? Lord have mercy. Why does it tell me how many types of witches there are? I don't care. I don't care about witches. I want to show you what they use against us. I was gonna say, could you go to it and you have to sign up? Like, what is this? Why can't they fucking just tell me what they do? I'm not gonna follow it. I want you, as a Christian, to see these ingredients that they use. Like, why doesn't it show me? It's really going around, beating around the bush. They don't want to tell us. I don't know why. What is the big deal? They want us to follow this practice, but they won't say what they use. As I'm saying, like, it's a list of something. Thanks. I know it's been around since the olden days. That's why we don't do animal offerings to God anymore. Because they took it over and did witchcraft with it. We were supposed to atone for our sins and give offerings to God with the animals. And then God saw them, the pagans, doing it during Sodom and Gomorrah days, and that's why we don't do it anymore. But some Christians still do it. And they shouldn't, I'm just saying. Activities with witches. Did I say anything about that? No. I clicked on a list of food witches use in witchcraft. And it's giving me all this other stuff. Spices and herbs, I guess we'll look at that first. Can you fucking show me? Oh my god, it's not gonna show me that either. What is this crap that they're putting? Oh my god. So they use bay leaves and basil in their ingredients when they're trying to put a spell on you. Cinnamon, rosemary, lavender, lemon, rose. So that's a love magic spell. They will put all that stuff together. They dry the plants, it says. Then they make a powder from the plants. And they make a liquid potion out of it. Oh my god, I'm gonna give you the plants to nurture it. Like that lady that keeps giving us fucking plants. Oh my god. That's why we have fucking demons in my house. Oh my god. Herb magic. And what else do they use? Why are they showing this crap? They're in the woods, I guess. They have to go through the woods to do it, I guess. I don't know why. Damn it. Well, now you know what fucking Herbs they use against you. Slap hazard. What the fuck was that? I don't want to know the types of witches. I don't want to know the fucking food they use. Ugh. Magic and food. Can you just fucking show me a list? This is what I'm telling you. These people do everything in secret like that. And even when they're telling you what they do, it's still secret because I can't find anything. Lord have mercy. The first time I knew she was doing that because I smelled bread. And the bakery was not open at the time I smelled the bread. There's a bakery in many, but I don't really go in there because it's, you know, we ate something from there once, it was so dry. So we go to the Italian bakery instead. See, look, this is just telling you that you could do that, and you're eating, and it's a ritual. No, really? It's a ritual? Durr. No, really, Columbo? Oh, why don't you tell me what you're using? Oh, God. Alright, let's look at this one, because they're using fruits now, too. Because a lot of people, there was like a blog at one point, and people kept finding bread everywhere. It was like an open discussion or something on not YouTube, I don't know if it was Google Play or something, it was somewhere. And these people kept finding bread everywhere and fruit and on their windowsills in front of their house. Like, what the hell is that? You know, so I'm like, that makes sense. So they use apples, apricots, avocados, bananas. This fucking thing is killing me. Beans, beets, blackberries, blueberries, carrots, celery, cherries, coconuts, corn, cucumbers, figs, grape. She took a fig from my tree probably. Grapes, lemons, olives, lemons. You saw that? The guy cut up the lemon and put an incantation in it, and then he sewed it up with red string. So that's what that's for. I don't know. Olives, onions, oranges, peas, peaches, pears, pineapples, plums, pomegranates, potatoes, raspberries, tomatoes. Okay, so those are the fruits that they use. I already told you about the spices they use. I'm not going to tell you what they're using it for, but just so you know, if you happen to see stuff like that on your windowsill, oh, see? Seduction spells. And it says dark chocolate. There you go. Her stupid bread boy son was into me. Nah, they used it on his new girlfriend. Let's see. Seduction spells for kitchen witches. Wow. Who was a kitchen witch that I know? A witchy poo. Let's get into this. This is what they do. Ready? Because her son had a thing for me, and he smokes. I don't like smokers. I have asthma, so I don't fucking like smokers. And he seems like a narcissist. So I am definitely not into narcissistic people and people who smoke. Let's go. Speaking of narcissists, there you go. Gordon Ramsay. You rat bastard. Let's see. Let's see what it says. Seductive ingredients. So they're working on lust, which is the incubus spirit, by the way. Let's see. What did they use? What did they use? What did they use? It didn't work. So that's why she kept throwing it at my window. Because it didn't work every time she did it. She kept getting pissed off. Good. Get pissed off because it's not going to work ever. Go fuck yourself or repent of your sins and go to fucking church. I don't know what to tell you. I'm tired of their fucking asses. So seduction, really? Do I need to be seduced? I guess I need to be seduced by these psychopathic, narcissistic assholes. They use almonds, bananas, goat cheese, chickpeas, dark chocolate, and that's what she put on my window. It's for the sacral chakras. Yay. Oh, wow, that's the sex magic. There you go. Cinnamon, coffee, coriander, cumin, dill, figs, and we have a fig tree in the backyard, so she's probably picking the figs. The branches went to her side. She probably picks the figs off of there. Garlic, ginger, honey, rosemary, sweet potatoes, tomatoes. She has tomatoes in her backyard and cucumbers growing. And she probably has rosemary growing too. Tomatoes, vanilla. Oh God, vanilla's what? Oh, it's a phallic plant. It says, sexy breakfast or lunch. I'm gonna throw up. So now is there just a recipe? Oh, what to do? Why the fuck is there a picture of Gordon Ramsay? Is he a witch too? I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of these people are witches, you know, famous people. So there you go. That's the food ingredients they put in their potions to get you to want to be with them. So basically, that is telling you that they're not doing it because they actually like you and they want to get to know you. You know, like a normal person would ask somebody out on a date. They know they have no personality and they're psychopaths and they're narcissists. And this is another way for narcissistic people to be in your life. So if you see this shit, throw it out. Don't even touch it with your hands. Take a glove or a paper towel, scoop it up with that, throw it in the garbage, and throw the garbage right out. Come back in and wash your hands thoroughly like a doctor. And then you tell the freaking person, you can say it in your head or out loud. They're gonna, trust me, they're gonna feel it. You start reading your King James Bible, start reading, especially Psalm 91. And it talks about gang stalking. This is a form of gang stalking. Witchcraft is a form of gang stalking, especially seduction spells. So I told you all the ingredients. That's what she put in the bread. She makes her own bread. She puts all those ingredients together in the bread. Makes it get hard as a rock, but before it gets hard as a rock, when it just, you know, when you bake bread or anything else, when it, you know, it gets firm, she takes a bite, they take a bite, and they'll put it on your windowsill, on your porch, in your backyard, wherever you are, they will do this to you. And they bite it first because they're trying to get you, you know, to be with them seductively, you know, like a relationship. And then, after all of that crap, if you wind up, you know, it's being, no, who the hell would be stupid enough to eat something on your porch or that? You know, you're not going to be doing that. It's stupid because even if they wrapped it up in like cellophane or aluminum, who was going to eat food they just randomly find on the porch or anywhere else? So I don't even know how this might work. But they probably will gift it to you. You know, like if your neighbor's actually nice to you, they'll probably give it to you as a gift. They'll be like, oh, welcome to the neighborhood. And they put the bread in there and all this other stuff. And they try to be a little normal, some of them, I guess, right? So be very wary of gifts you get too. Because they do this kind of stuff. I watched so many videos where they said the same kind of thing, like somebody gave them something, like food or something, even like, especially at church. If someone's just like, oh, I'm going to give you something to eat, you know, you look hungry, don't eat it, throw it out. Throw it right in the garbage. Do it while in church, the person turns around, you fucking throw it in the garbage. I'm not kidding. Because if you even smell it, you will get that demon, which is the incubus or the succubus. Where did they come from? They come from the marine kingdom. You gotta remember the fallen angels, when they came down, half of them went to earth and the other half went into the ocean. So the ones that were on earth, they became the giants. Then they became the dinosaurs. You catch my drift. Every time they did something, they died from it. So when they were in the ocean, they were mermaids and mermen. like Neptune and all those types of people. I don't know any more mermaids but Neptune. So, and people worship these deities, especially in the Greek mythology. They worshipped all of that stuff. Those are all demons too. Those are all fallen angels. Every single time that you see a myth, mythical creatures, those are all demons. The thing is, they want bodies again. Do you understand? So any opportunity, they could come and double judge, jump in, like jump rope when you're waiting to jump in, that's what they do. So if, let's say your ancestors, I don't know how many generations ago, they decided, I don't want to follow Christ, I'm going to do pagan rituals. And if you don't know that they did that, then the demons are going to stay and jump into every person in your family. They're going to keep jumping from family member to family member until they could stick on someone. And let me tell you, family members, some of them figure out that these ancestors worship that, and then they worship them too, and they put it on you. Let me just tell you right now. I know for a fact because when I was little, one of my family members and their friends used to do Ouija board. And they encouraged me to do it too. So now, all the stuff that's happened to me over the years is from that. Like, I didn't know back then either, because I was like 7 or 8 years old. And in my teen years, the kids in my class, even though they hated my guts, I should have known something. When they brought the Ouija board to play with, it was like the last week of school when we were playing games. I didn't know it was bad, so I'm like, oh, okay, I've played this before. And I played it with them, and the fucking thing was moving on its own. Just that, I don't know what it's called. I don't want to know what it's called either. But it moved on its own. And when they asked it a question. And then another family member, years and years later, high school years, at the beginning of the high school years, she had her friend over, and they asked it a question. The thing moved on its own. She took off a necklace, and it was swinging. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at right now? And I didn't think anything of it. Like I said, I did not know any of this. Nobody taught us anything. Not in school, not at home. We didn't go to church. We didn't read the Bible. We didn't say anything. Like, my father hated God. That his whole life, he was a Freemason. Of course he's going to hate God. They hate God. And he was handicapped. He was paralyzed for most of his adult life. That's what God does. You fuck around with him, and he's going to show you your shit. He's gonna let the demon take you over. And accidents will happen, death will happen. A lot of bad stuff happened to me. I had a herniated disc surgery. My back broke. Back then they didn't fill in with like the collagen they do now. So I had to relearn to walk. And that pissed off the demons even more that were left over. So guess what? I'm paying for that shit now. I don't have a husband. I don't have any children of my own. Every little job I had didn't last long. And I wasn't able to find one since. And now I'm targeted individual. Everybody targets my ass. I attract all the narcissists. My father was one. So, I'm going to tell you not to play with that Ouija board. I'm not kidding. Don't do it. Even if you have the urge to even buy one, that's a demon telling you to buy one. Stop. Turn around. Go to the Bible section and buy yourself a King James Bible. Not the new revised version. Whew. I still get attacked. I read it every night. I'm still getting attacked, but I know what to do now. I get up, rebuke, break, send it right back to the sender. You know what I mean? They don't like it. They feel it. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? They feel it. They feel that fire up their ass. Why do you think that this bitch next door is still trying to get me? She went in the backyard, avoided the cameras, and broke the light fixture over there, the lights. She went back there. She left a piece of candy on my window. And that was like months. She hadn't done that in months. Like, she resisted the urge for months. I don't know how, but she did. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? She has to freaking smoke pot in order to wake up in the morning and do what she does. So she felt everything I'm doing right back to her, because she's the one that started the shit not too long ago, a couple years ago. But now that I'm breaking whatever she's doing, in her mind, she's like, why is this not working? And she keeps trying again and again and again. They're not going to stop trying. Do you understand? The devil has taken them over. They will not stop. So when you come to Christ, you can't stop either. You have to get stronger than them, because we are stronger because of Christ. Get stronger than them. Get your ego out of the way, because that's a demon too. Read that book. I don't even care if you read only a little bit at night, just to know what's going on, because I'm finding out so many things just from reading the book. I'm sleeping throughout the whole night. Do you understand? When she started her shit, I did not sleep. I kept waking up all night, had to go to the bathroom. My stomach was on fire because she was putting these spells on me. Now, all of a sudden, I'm sleeping through the night. She has to drink and take pills and smoke pot to even try to sleep. So even though she's getting up earlier than me, she gets pissed off when she sees me, because she's trying to make me sleep all day and not get up. That's the witchcraft she's doing to me. She does not want me to be awake. So when she sees me, she jumps out of her skin because she can't believe I'm actually awake. So that's when I said that to her. God sees everything you're doing. She flew up the stairs like a bat out of hell, because she knows that's fire on her. Do you understand? She goes to church. So what? Witches go to church all the time. They call themselves Christian witches. Church is not going to do anything for you. So, they're part of the problem too. There's a lot of secret witches in there too. The priests, the witches, the warlocks. Everybody doesn't understand that either. I just went to church for a memorial service because my uncle died suddenly last year. Probably from Freemasonry witchcraft. But I ain't going to say anything to anybody that I know, because they don't believe in it. Because church didn't tell them. The priest didn't tell them. Well, that same priest, his voice sounds like he's gay. And then I saw a picture of him online. I zoomed in on his picture, and he had a slit eye like a reptilian. He kind of looks like a reptilian. So anything that comes out of his mouth, I don't believe. So something a lot of the churches are infiltrated with them. And they go to retreats and they do worshiping of, phallic and all that. They do the Baphomet worship. They slit a goat. You know what I mean? They sleep with little kids, mostly boys. They don't touch the girls. They only want the boys. Because when they were young, that happened to them. With a priest or with their father or an uncle or a family friend or whatever. And they, through the rituals, that's a ritual, they told them that you have to do that too. But they want somebody to feel as horrible as they felt back then. That's why it's wrong. Do you understand? The people that did that first are going to hell. I don't know what nobody's getting. Hell is a pretty real place, and it's full of demons, and you're gonna burn forever. You're gonna have your body still, and they're gonna do a lot of nasty, disgusting things to it while you're down there for all of eternity. Instead of that, maybe come to the good side, where one day the earth is gonna be new, and we'll have our bodies, but it will have new bodies that won't die ever. And everything that's happening in the world, it's burning down the world, basically. So when the new world comes, it's not going to be a new world order. For them it is, because that's what they're listening to the devil. The devil's in their ear telling them shit like that. And if you're a Christian, you know that shit's not true. Only God is in control, let me tell you. But I wanted to show you just some of the things that they do to us. Because they want us to have these spirits on us, because they have it on them, so they figure we deserve it more when we don't. So that's just the fruits, I guess, and vegetables that they use. So it's right here: apricots, beets, coconuts, avocados, carrots, corn, bananas, celery, cucumbers, beans, cherries, figs. Seduction spells, that's what they use in that type of spell. Let's see. Get your magical foodie on. Fuck you. Alright, so this is just showing you food. Okay, so we already saw these, right? Fertility food. This is what they use to make a fertility spell on you. Eggs, figs, grains, grapes, milk, nuts, pomegranate, poppy seeds, rice, sesame seeds, watercress. I'm not saying you can't eat any of that stuff. You're not going to be a witch when you eat that stuff. But this is what they use in their spells. So they use that for fertility. Okay, so now we got magical food again. This is all called magical food. They think it's magical. It's fucking deceitful, is what you ask me. Okay. Now they use a spell, grounding spell, and I guess this is all in cakes. They put all this stuff in a cake. Let's see. Let's go back. See, look. It's some sort of cake. So that's what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't eat everything that somebody gives you. Can't eat at everybody's house. They always say that. So the fertility thing, fertility ritual, eggs, figs, greens, grapes, milk, nuts, pomegranate, poppy seeds, rice, sesame seeds, watercress. The grounding spell that they will put on you. Again, they put it in a cake. They use it towards making a cake. Beans, carrots, cheese, chocolate, eggs, grains, meats, peanuts, potatoes, salt, sweet potato, and tofu inside of a cake. Happiness and peace ritual spell that they're going to use on you. Okay, let's see. Oh, and peace. Yeah, because, Jesus is the only peace you need. So they use apples, apricots, chocolates, cucumber, cumin, fish, honey, lentils, lettuce, marigold, the flour. I guess you could eat it. Marjoram. I never heard of that. Milk, olives, oregano, passion fruit, peach, pizza, rose, saffron, and wine. So I'm going to actually save this, bookmark it, so I can print it out one day. But yeah, this is actually more accurate of the stuff they use against us. So they make it into a cake. I guess you could put this stuff in the bread too. I guess that's what they do too. So let's see. Health, quotation marks, and healing. Only God will heal you. Yeshua is the only one that can heal you. I'm not joking. Okay, so they put, and let's see what they put. They put almonds, apples, Brussels sprouts, chicken, cider, cucumber, garlic, honey, lemon, olives, melon, mint, peach, pineapple, pumpkin, sage, tomato, and walnuts. That doesn't go in a cake. So here's the love spell. Ready? Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff for the love spell. Oh boy, here we go. Anise, apple, apricot, avocado, banana, basil, beetroot, Brazil nut, cardamom. What is that? I don't know. Chocolate, obviously. Dumbasses. Cinnamon, cherry, chestnut, clove, coriander, fennel. Anise is fennel, but whatever. Fish, ginger, guava, honey, lemon, lime, mango, marjoram, milk, nectarine, orange, papaya, passion fruit, peach, peas, pineapple, pine nut, pistachio, poppy seeds, quiche or quinich. I have no idea what this is. Raspberry, rhubarb, rosemary, sugar, strawberry, sweet potato, thyme, tomato, vanilla, and wine. First of all, anise is the Italian way of saying fennel, so they should have probably looked that up and changed that. Who the fuck wants any of this stuff in a cake? That's gross. The luck spell. Ready? Bananas, beans, cabbage, coconuts, coleslaw, green vegetables and fruit, hazelnuts, nutmeg, pancakes, rice, and sauerkraut. I was trying to get fed pancakes in my dream last night. Let's see. From magical powers, they're not real. What are we in a cartoon? Chocolate, yay! Citrus fruits, coffee, dates, figs, honey, leeks, meats, pineapple, proteins, rum, salt, spicy, food, tea, tofu. Now, I saw in my backyard once a mandarin orange peel. And it was like off to the side where you wouldn't see it, so I put it out in front. So my sister saw that. The bird smoker himself was out there watering the plants. So he like looked over. He kind of laughed when I said it out loud. So I'm like, really? So when my sister saw it, she was, is that a banana peel? Is that a banana peel, an orange peel? And she left banana peels back there too. Get it out of here. He was like, oh shit. Like, he made my face. It was great. Some prosperity. Okay, so this is what they do for prosperity. Visualization and convincing yourself, the universe, that you deserve it. Oh my god, are they serious? I bet they work. So here's the foods for the prosperity spell. Almonds, aubergine, eggplant. So they can't just say eggplant, they have to say aubergine. They're retarded. Basil, banana, beans, blackberries, cabbage, cinnamon, clove, dill, figs, ginger, grains, grapes, lettuce, maple syrup, milk, nuts, parsley, pears, peas, pineapple, pomegranate, pumpkin rice, salt, seeds, and spinach, and tea, and tomato. Oh god, this is a lot. It's a lot. Long video too. Protection, not really. All it says, they use chunks of garlic bread. You breathe over them. Oh, don't breathe over my shit, you nasty bitch. Almonds, artichoke, basil, bay, black pepper, blueberries, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, cayenne, chilies, chives, clove, corn, cranberries, curries, eggs, fennel, garlic, horseradish, leeks, mango, marigolds, meat, mustard, olive oil, onions, oranges, paprika, parsley, peppers, pineapple, plum, potato, quiche, radish, raspberries, rice, rhubarb, rosemary, rum, sesame seeds, soy sauce, spicy foods, and sunflower seeds, tofu, tomatoes, vinegar, walnut, and watercress. Holy crap. I can never keep up with this shit. So the purification spell, these are the ingredients. Ready? Bay, beer, not too much, black pepper, coconut, edible flowers, fruit juices, grapefruit, honey, horseradish, lemon, limes, melon, mint, onions, oranges, salt, shellfish, soup, steamed vegetables, thyme, turmeric, vinegar, water, yeast. Recipes. Ew, I don't want to know about the yeast. Oh God, sex. A sex spell now too. Blackberries, brandy. Can't they just have sex like normal people? Why do they have to fucking put a spell on somebody to have sex with them? How dirty are they? Blackberries, brandy, caraway seeds, cardamom, carrots, caviar, celery, champagne, chocolate, chowder, coffee, organic, cognac, coriander, eggs, figs, fish, honey, licorice, mangoes, mint, nuts, olives, parsley, parsnip, rice, rum, seeds, shellfish, sweet potato, truffles, fungi, variety, and chocolate ones. Vanilla. Don't overdo the alcohol, though. They should. They should overdo the alcohol a lot. Maybe they won't. They'll forget about the spell. A spirituality and psychic skill spell. Whew, that's a lot. Aubergine, eggplant. They can't just say that. I don't know why. Banana, babe butter, the real stuff, not margarine. Celery, cinnamon, coconut, corn, zucchini, dandelion, dates, eggs, fish, fruit juice, honey, lemongrass, mace, milk, mint, mushrooms, nutmeg, olives, and olive oil, rolls, saffron, shellfish, squash, thyme, tofu, vegetable soup, wine, and yogurt. Now, there's something about the dandelions. A few years ago, I took a picture because in my neighborhood there's a lot of witchcraft stuff going on too. One of the houses up here, up the block, it got redone. But before it got redone, there was a part of there's like a step before you get up the steps. It was flat and it was all dried dandelions. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, why is there... And nobody said anything. Nobody saw it. Nobody called 311. That's how you know this whole place is under witchcraft spell. How are you not going to say something? How are you not even going to see it? Nobody saw it. How was that? Because all the witches in this fucking neighborhood, that's how. They put spells on you so you don't see what they're doing. Like a witchy poo next door, a witch across the street. That's the only two I know of. Trust me, there's more. Booty Bandit's mom. She was another one. At least I saw that she wrote down witchcraft items, and then she had the whole list was there. I looked right at the list. She went, "Oh shit!" And she put it away quick. I'm like, "Yeah, I already saw it, bitch." So she was probably writing out her food list. So I'm like, what the hell is this? I took a picture of it. I was like, this gotta be a witchcraft. And there it is. Dandelion. Right there on that list. Dandelion. Somebody was like, oh, Chinese, they make dandelion tea. I said, okay, that sounds, fine, whatever. And dandelion tea. I've heard of it. And that makes sense. You pick the dandelions, you probably wash them because, animals, when they go to the bathroom outside, you take the animal out. They probably pee on them and everything because they grow wild everywhere. So like, all right, they probably were drying them, whatever. But I already knew it wasn't that. It was this. So it's telling you the ingredients they use in a cake. So at least we got that. But I'm telling you, there was a time when I was looking this stuff up where it said bread. Well, different types of bread they use when they bake, and they put the spell in it, like they do an incantation over it. And they had to leave it outside to get hardened. And they said to put it on the person that you want to have sex with. The next day, like, make sure they don't know that you're doing that. Oh, look at this, spell jars. That's what they have in the backyard too. How to make one. So I'm gonna post this video first because it's pretty long right now. It's gonna take a while, and then I'll make another one with this thing called spell jars because that's what they have in their backyard. I took a video of it. Magical recipes. Maybe that one will have the bread recipes. I'm gonna look into the spell jars, all the ingredients, so you know when you see it, that's what it is. And they probably use that against me too. You know, what else is new? With somebody I knew, not too personal, said in his building there was a witch. And he saw her take a jar of her own piss. She opened the lid and she threw the piss under the lady's door. So if you smell piss, that's what it is. That's like the extra voodoo shit. And I have 2 videos on YouTube that I saved. I wanted to write down all the rituals that they do. And that was like a voodoo type one. There's one in Africa, one here in my own place that I live. I'm looking at it and I'm like, that looks like where I live. There's a whitest guy doing the interview. He was eating their food. He was having a really good time watching the rituals and participating and eating the food that they made. Oh my God. I was like, are you kidding? I mean, he must be an atheist or something, because how are you going to enjoy something like that? Why don't you see that and go, what the fuck am I looking at? That's what I would have said. And well, that's why these people, type of people can't hire me. Because I was like, I am not even walking near that house. So, you know, a lot of times you will feel that vibration. You will be like, oh, I ain't going there. Fuck that. And they do too, by the way. There was a guy who was doing witchcraft. His father was a warlock. He looked like Count Dracula with the cape. And he was dressed all in black and white. You know, he looked like the Count from Sesame Street. No. And, you know, he taught his son how to do that stuff. So they went, he said they go to the meetings, and they went to somebody's house. They were supposed to bewitch them or something. And the father said to him, no, we can't go there because that person is anointed. Like, they could feel the anointing when they walked by the house, so they couldn't go on that person's property and do stuff. And that's what I'm trying to do here. She's still finding ways to do stuff to my property. You know what I mean? So I really need to keep going. So she feels, when she goes on my property, she'll feel the heat. And maybe eventually she won't do it anymore, but I don't know. I think the other people in my family, since they don't believe in that kind of stuff, they're like stopping it. You know, like the stuff that I'm doing to get them to get the witches to stop. Who the fuck wants a witch in their damn garden? I know I don't. I mean, there's one thing, you could talk to your flowers. You talk to them nicely and say, thank you for growing. They like to be talked to, the plants. And of course you put them in the sunlight and they get enough water, they'll grow. But our neighbors do 2 witch jars every spring. And I have him on video because he's not as swift as she is. And he doesn't really hide himself well. So there was one point that he ran as far as he could to bring the jar out in time, whatever day it was. So I have that on here on my channel, that video. So that's what I'm saying. I'm always aware of what they're doing. You know, even if they don't know. You know, I'm trying to be one step ahead of them. I want to be 10 steps ahead of them, though. Alright, so let me just put this video on, and then I'll make another video with this one, the spell jars, so you know what to see. When you see it, you'll know it's a witch jar. They need to be found out. I'm sorry, not sorry.